Welcome to the 8th episode of Brass Unpacked. Today's story carries a Shakespearean flair, drawing inspiration from The Merry Wives of Windsor, which Giuseppe Verdi famously adapted into a comic opera. At the heart of the tale stands John Falstaff, an incorrigible drunkard and clumsy seducer, ultimately ensnared by his own misguided ambitions. This theatrical backdrop sets the stage for Masquerade, a work composed by Philip Wilby in 1993. Just 2 years after his Paganini variations, Wilby delivered here a bold score, intricate, inventive, and unapologetically modern. Even today, it remains a groundbreaking and essential landmark in the brass band repertoire. Falstaff, brimming with confidence, believes he can win the hearts of 2 married women, Mistress Slender and Mistress Ford. But this time, the boastful seducer is about to be caught in his own trap. Summoned by one of them to the park, he strides forward, full of self-assurance, unaware that the whole scene is nothing more than a carefully staged ruse. The mood is playful. Disguised as if for a Halloween revel, the conspirators gather under the night sky, ready to make a fool of him. In the park, mischievous little fairies appear, taking their places. The music itself turns into a true capriccio, light, playful, and full of mischief, led by the solo cornet that sets the dance in motion. And now enter Falstaff's 3 companions, Bardolph, Pistol, and Robin. Notorious drunkards, they are portrayed by a trombone trio with a gruff, bantering tone. Yet no sooner have they arrived in the park than they too are swept up in the whirlwind of masquerade. Suddenly an alarm bursts forth, unleashed by the brilliant blaze of the cornets and echoed by the horns. The signal has been given. Just as his conspirators had planned, Falstaff steps forward, making his entrance into the park just before midnight. The crowd holds its breath. Falstaff has entered the park. His theme, solemn yet commanding, resounds through the night air. Midnight strikes. 12 chimes echo through the night, carried by the tubular bells. Then rises the euphonium solo, the voice of Falstaff himself, proudly announcing his presence. Falstaff hides in the woods and sees the arrival of Nanetta, the daughter of Alice Ford, one of his supposed conquests, disguised as the queen of the fairies. She sings Sul fil d'un soffio etesio. On the breath of a fragrant breeze, nimble spirits take flight as the revelry reaches its height, all with the intent of haunting Falstaff. Philip Wilby weaves this theme into his score, entrusting it to the solo cornet, just as it appears in the opera. The majestic moon slowly rises, breaking through the trees. Its appearance is painted in sweeping waves of sound, carried by powerful percussion crescendos. Falstaff is finally driven out of hiding. His theme returns, this time voiced by the horns, signaling the reappearance of the main character at the forefront of the drama. No sooner is Falstaff discovered than he is seized by the costumed crowd. Jostled and manhandled, he finds himself caught as the trap finally closes in on him. His eyes are blindfolded, and he is spun round and round, as if caught in a giant game of blind man's bluff. 7 turns, to punish him for his deceptions. Musically, these 7 spins come alive through a dazzling accelerando. In just 2 bars, the music hurtles from lento to allegro. At last, Falstaff recognizes his assailants and accepts their verdict. Yet instead of lamenting his fate, he chooses to laugh at himself. The music then bursts into a fugue brimming with wit, echoing the immortal words of the opera. All the world's a joke. Every mortal laughs at the others, but he laughs best who laughs last. The piece hurtles forward in a sweeping accelerando, driving us into a dazzling prestissimo. Along the way, fragments of the opening capriccio resurface, a playful nod to the very first scene. The finale, like the work as a whole, unfolds as a refined reinterpretation of Verdi's masterpiece, crafted with both elegance and precision.